How do you feel?
How do I feel? I feel a sense of inevitability. That it doesn't matter what I want or do. The world is what it is. The loss is permanent. Elizabeth will always be dead. What do I feel? I'm concerned that I won't be able to contain myself. That I still haven't seen the worst of who I am.
No, I don't think you have.
I'm just saying, when do I get to choose?
Never.
Ever? You guys are guarding me, how's that fair?
Government's paying, so we choose the restaurant.
Do you know who I am?
No, I don't.
My name is Raymond Reddington. I'm a criminal and a fugitive. I'm wanted in every country on Earth and at the top of the FBI's most wanted list. I'm armed and I'm dangerous. And the most important person in the world to me is dead because of you. Because of your little device. Do you recognize it? It was recovered from a former FBI agent named Elizabeth Keene.
I don't know who that is.
Perhaps not, but you do know something. Someone wanted you hidden so that I wouldn't discover what that is. You designed this.
Yes, it's a medication monitor and
I'm
tracking.
past what it is and what it does. It clearly wasn't made in a manufacturing plant.
No, it's a prototype. My wife suffers from mental illness, and I designed it for people like her.
You gave it to someone who used it to track and murder Elizabeth Keene.
Murder?
Tell me who.
Dude, you've got it wrong. I gave that to a cop.
A police officer.
Yeah, I met him at a business forum. You know, where people who are trying to start companies set up booths to discuss their concepts. I was trying to find investors.
You were supposed to run a trial at a psychiatric clinic.
That got canceled. And I was getting desperate. And then this guy shows up, introduces himself as a detective from New York City. He says that he thinks that my idea has potential, but not for medical reasons, but as a tracking device. He says the NYPD might be interested in trying it out for a few investigations.
Did he show you identification?
Yeah, he had a badge and everything. Reggie Cole, Detective Reginald Cole. And I thought, hey, it's not what I want, but if the cops support my company, that's something.
So you gave this to him?
That was a few years ago, and then I didn't hear from him, so I just figured the top brass didn't bite. That's the God's honest truth.
If it is, you'll be in class by this time tomorrow. If it's not, you won't.
So who's the next unfortunate?
Martin Walcott. Do you know him?
Walcott. No, I don't think so. What'd he do, skim off the top while you were away?
On the contrary. He recorded record profits.
So what's your beef?
Raymond! It's been too long.
Martin Walcott, Smoky Putnam.
Nice to meet you.
I brought the book. I figured you'd want to go over the numbers.
Smokey used to run with the circus, handled logistics, trains in, trains out. I'm surprised the two of you haven't crossed paths.
I'm just a sideshow for Martin. He's a senior VP at a railroad that runs freight between New Mexico and Illinois.
Matter of fact, yeah, I'm surprised we never hooked up.
Let me ask you something, Martin. And I want a simple yes or no. Did you turn me into the police?
Fred, what? No. Of course not. Why would you ever ask me that?
Because that's an awfully big number.
And the only way you could have hit it was if I was in prison.
I thought you'd be pleased.
Did you?
I don't think so.
If you thought I'd be pleased, the book would reflect how you hit the number. But it doesn't do that, does it?
It's a big number because you cut a deal with the Catala cartel to run methamphetamine. You used my network, my trucks, my drivers, my warehouses.
If you're not going to be in the drug business, somebody else will be. It's not like we're going to stop it from coming in, right?
I'm not in the methamphetamine business.
It's a poison. You traded on my name.
I'm a relatively forgiving man. That I can't forgive.
Red, hold on. I thought that
What do you think?
Me?
Yeah. What do you think I should do with Martin? I'm curious.
I don't know, I guess. On one hand, he kind of betrayed you. I say kinda because when you were in prison, maybe he was thinking in that situation he had some latitude.
You said on the one hand. Is there another?
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, look, I never killed anyone. When it comes to people, I'm vegan. So if it was up to me, and let's all reflect on how awesome it is that it's not, but if it was, I guess I'd opt for firing him or finding him like you did with Andrusani. I mean, both these guys are family guys. Andrusani's got a wife, he's got a kid, so, you know. Anyway, that's why you do the strategic thinking and I stick to logistics.
G. Gordon Liddy was an architect of the Watergate break-in. A strident true believer who trained himself to be unemotional about doing terrible things. He'd literally test himself by fire. Holding his hand over a flame without flinching as his flesh burned. People thought it was a trick. He said the trick is not minding. I mind. I mind.
Red, what the hell is this about?
Where's Dembe?
Dembe? How would I know? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what any of this is about.
Please wait outside. Unfortunately for this grand pantomime of innocence, I know a great deal about all of it. I know about the wine. I know about you hiring Isabella Stone, about Zach Small, Stratos, and his wife. I know that you were one of very few people who had access to the account that financed the attacks against me. I know that's why you didn't come to dinner. The only thing I don't know is what you've done with Dembe.
I didn't show up to dinner because Becky and I were on our way to a yoga retreat in Tahiti. It's a place we found when you sent us down there last year, you remember?
Tell me where Dembe is.
Red, I swear to you, I don't know any of what you're talking about.
I shouldn't be surprised. We're criminals after all. It's in our nature to betray.
I didn't do whatever it is you think I did.
Remember that wretched bit of business on the Malay Peninsula? I was positive I would rot alone in that holding cell in Surat Thani, slowly eaten alive by mosquitoes to the constant refrain of body blows and screaming. 47 interminable days of near constant rain. I couldn't be sure any of my messages had been dispatched. And then, on the 48th day, they swung the cell door wide and handed me a package. Half a dozen tins of chilled beluga caviar and a note. Love, Marvin. When I think of it, guards on 2 continents, the bribes alone must have cost you a fortune. I still can't fathom how you managed to pull it off from inside a federal prison. But you had my undying gratitude. So when the opportunity arose, I facilitated your freedom.
Exactly. Why would I betray you?
We'll get to why soon enough. But first, I need to know about Dead
Jesus, Red, I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
It's Elizabeth Keene. She says it's important.
Yes.
The wine was clean. The tox lab said there was nothing in it.
That's not possible. Check again.
They said the poison had to have been administered by something with a higher alcohol content, like gin or...
Scotch.
Yes, did you drink scotch?
I did. But there are only 2 people who had access to the bottle, and I'm one of them.
Who was the other?
No, it can't be.
Raymond, are you okay?
Reddington, talk to me. Who poisoned you?
That can't be.
There must be some way out of here, said the Joker to the thief. There's too much confusion, I can't get no relief.
Your Honor, may I be heard?
I don't recommend it, Mr. Reddington. You have an attorney. I strongly suggest you let him do the talking.
And I would, Your Honor, no question. But given how quickly things are proceeding, I get the distinct impression that Jerry here has a bus to catch.
I'm sorry, are we moving too fast for you, Mr. Reddington?
I'm just saying there are important matters to discuss.
Such as?
Well, for starters, Your Honor hasn't really considered the issue of bail.
Sir, you have been a federal fugitive for nearly 3 decades. The FBI's #1 most wanted. You are the textbook definition of a flight risk and a danger to the community. Now, let me be clear. Even if you were prepared to submit every last dollar in circulation on the planet, I still wouldn't grant you bail. Ever.
Okay, I for one feel better knowing it was considered.
Anything else?
I'm afraid so. May we approach?
Carefully.
You hang here, Jerry. This will only take a sec.
Look at my face, Mr. Reddington. I'm not amused.
And I assure you, neither am I. But the fact remains the prosecution has intentionally failed to inform the court of a critical factor in this case.
That is?
My immunity agreement with the federal government, an agreement that expressly covers the charges before you and protects me from overzealous beavers like Mr. Seema and his bosses.
Good Lord, you're a confidential informant. Mr. Seema.
If there's an agreement, I haven't seen any evidence to prove it.
That's hardly a denial. Mr. Reddington, is there anything you can offer this court to support the existence of an immunity agreement?
Assistant Director Harold Cooper of the FBI is here. He may be able to shed some light on the matter.
Assistant Director Cooper, step up, please. Sir? Mr. Cooper, I'm going to ask you this once and only once. To your knowledge, is there currently an immunity agreement in place with this defendant? Yes or no?
Yes.
Chambers, all of you now. You talk.
I run a task force. Officially, it doesn't exist. Its purpose is to arrest high-priority targets using intelligence obtained from Mr. Reddington.
So, Main Justice made a deal with the devil himself?
Shouldn't judges at least pretend to be impartial?
Your Honor, as I said, if such a deal exists...
Oh, it exists. Harold and I have been at this for over 5 years now. Of course, some of the people who originally approved it are either dead or have moved on, leaving Director Cooper to deal with the cover their asses crowd, who, by the way, are perfectly happy to milk this cow all the way to the slaughterhouse. I'm sure the first question they asked in response to my arrest was whether I could still continue to be an effective asset while locked up in jail. Am I right, Harold?
Mr. Cooper, you tell your superiors at Main Justice that I just ordered a hearing on the scope of the agreement, and I want a copy of it on my desk today. I can't rule on a contract I haven't seen. Understood? Good. We'll reconvene in the morning. Mr. Reddington, you have an attorney sitting out there who has no idea what he's gotten into. I suggest you fill him in.
Actually, I don't think that'll be necessary.
Why's that?
Because after careful consideration of the circumstances, I feel it more prudent to represent myself. Hello, Marvin. Your judge had to step out, so I'll be judging you today.
Well played, Raymond. Task force thought they figured out your plan to get to me at Coolidge.
Yeah, well, cat and mouse, cat and mouse.
How did you convince the judge to step away?
I didn't have to. He was summoned by his boss.
Marquez, right. I knew you had a hook into the chief judge, I just didn't see the play. You always were a great strategist, Raymond.
You were always a great consigliere. What a sad end to our association, our friendship.
Is that what I hear in your voice, Raymond? Sadness?
In part. For what it's worth, Marvin, I understand your turn of events. The betrayal is unforgivable and you'll die for it, but it's understandable. After all, my feelings for Elizabeth weren't always rational. I was often emotional rather than pragmatic. And you weren't entirely wrong to wonder if Elizabeth was capable or worthy of running things.
Not entirely wrong, or even slightly.
Still, however subjective my decision was, the objective truth is that it was mine to make. You voiced your objections.
You'd already made up your mind.
And once the choice was made, it was your obligation to live with it, Marvin.
Even if it meant watching everything we'd built crumble before my eyes.
Yes.
No. I wasn't your servant, Raymond. I was your partner. We created an empire together. I may have been in the shadows, but it was my life's work too. You had no right to have been so reckless with it and blindly expect my loyalty.
I loved you, Marvin. But we were never partners. You worked for me. I valued you. I pulled you close. I wanted and needed your help and friendship. I never dreamed that it would cost me Elizabeth.
You never dreamed that I would have the courage to defy you.
I wonder how many cowards have gone to their graves insisting on their own courage.
You think I'm a coward?
Marvin, if you wanted Elizabeth dead, you could have done it yourself in 1,000 dignified ways. Instead, you used Van Dyke. You let him shoot her down in the street to hide your involvement. You targeted Harold because you were afraid the task force would help me discover what you'd done.
I was brave enough to go to war with you.
Only because you had nowhere left to run. Framing Hetty. Creating the specter of Kate Kaplan. Those were acts of cowardice, Marvin. The Department of Justice may hope otherwise, but you are not me. You can't hide from me. You can't best me. And God knows you could never replace me. We are sitting in a federal courthouse, and I have the power to put you down like a dog. No deal could ever protect you from me.
Then do it. I've had enough. You're right. I can't beat you. And I never really wanted to try.
Hi, Abby. Thanks for the heads up on the push. Judge back?
Should be any second. The defendant's waiting inside. You can go on in.
Oh, perfect timing. Gentlemen, sorry for the delay. Thanks for your patience.
No problem, Your Honor.
Why don't we get started?
Hello, Mr. Beeks. Your daddy is home. How are we?
Very chatty. Let's hope it runs in the family.
Reddington, are you feeding Mr. Beeks?
I found some rather overcooked salmon in your refrigerator. Apparently he's not a picky eater.
I only feed him in the morning.
A creature of habit. Sounds familiar.
My colleague finds my increasing attachment to certain habits to be a distinct liability. Since in my line of work, predictability and mortality often go hand in hand. But you might be interested to know that one habit I'm particularly fond of is only asking for something once. After that, I start to become insistent.
I told you over the phone, I can't give you access to the database.
You can. You choose not to.
Yes, because after 3 years, you're finally up for a promotion at Customs and Border Patrol. Come on.
6% raise, plus dental.
Percy Spencer, ring any bells? No? He was an American physicist. In the 1940s, he was working on radar technology when he stood too close to a magnetron and noticed that the candy bar in his pocket had melted. Then and there, he realized that radio waves could heat food. And with that, Percy Spencer invented the first microwave oven. And how did the company he worked for reward him? They promoted him, they patented his idea, and they paid him $2 for it. $2 for one of the defining inventions of American life.
I want to help. I do. But CBP has been good to me.
I need your database. And I need it narrowcast to a white male, 30s, 40s, who entered the country alone in the past 48 hours, likely through an East Coast port of entry with a US passport. Max, this is important. Otherwise, I nuke Mr. Beeks.
You wouldn't.
I wonder, will he taste like squab or dove?
I think I saw some mango sauce in the cabinet.
Fine, take my laptop. It contains the portal to Addis, DHS's arrival and departure information system. I'll talk you through how to narrow your search.
See, that wasn't so hard.
If anyone finds out, I'll be fired.
You completely missed the moral of the story.
It wasn't that you'd kill Mr. Beeks.
In a microwave? What do you take me for? Now, if you had a nice white burgundy, we could braise him in. No. Come on, Max. The moral of poor Mr. Spencer's tale of woe is that you should never worry about betraying your workplace, because given the chance, your workplace will definitely betray you. Loyalty to individuals, relationships, that's what makes the world go round.